video, we from third group, we will like to explain about do terrorists have human rights? So, talking about terrorism is inseparable from crime. The use or the threat thereof of force against civilian unnamed target with political purposes. But there is no international consensus on the definition legally or academically for the term terrorist. Terrorist is violence or the threat of violence against non-combatants or civilians, usually motivated by political, religious, or ideological values. This definition comes from the US government, which has more than 20 definitions for it. And in 1996, the UN formed its own ad hoc committee to draft an official explanation of the term. So, now we will talk about the pros and cons about do terrorists have human rights? So, we already have two people that agree and two people that disagree for this motion. So for the first, I would like to ask Inalika as the agreement. So can you explain why do you agree for this motion?
Okay, thank you for the time that you have given to me. So now I would like to explain why I agree with this motion. So talk about do terrorists have human rights too? So of course, I strongly agree with this motion because human rights are the right inherent in everyone who is a gift from God Almighty. So as a gift, human rights are classified as access to every human being. So however, is without exception. No person or party can be arbitrarily abolish someone's right, so including the government. Does a terrorism have human rights? Yes, of course. There are no provision in national or international human rights instrument which state that a criminal such as a terrorist has no human rights. So optimism also arises because the terrorism acts in considered to prioritize aspects of human rights. So that even though the authorities have cracked down in terrorism but are not arbitrarily in enforcing law against suspected terrorists. So from the data that I get, this is regulated in Article 25, paragraph 7, which reads, the detention of terrorism crime suspect as referred to in paragraph 1 until paragraph 6 must be carried out by upholding human rights principles. So when we catch a terrorism, we cannot act arbitrarily against that person because there is already a law that regulates the punishment for his action. So as well as Article 25 paragraph 8 also which reads, every investigator who violates the provision as referred to in paragraph 7 shall be punished in accordance with the provision of the laws and regulations. So the view that human rights cannot be revoked is certainly that view that we will be taken by most individuals in liberal democracy. That the deprivation of human rights is a sense will mean that these rights are not commodities that can be given and taken by the state. However, the fascination in the pessimistic argument conveyed by Will Self is the fact that in practice, in a set right that human exist only for those who are able to enforce them. These rights are given, or in many cases, to those who live in liberal democratic societies. That does not mean that people outside liberal democracy or terrorists do not have human rights, but they are human beings entitled to human rights. So, human rights are closely attached to human beings. Whoever he is without exception, no person or party can be arbitrarily abolish someone's right, including the government. So that's all my argument.
Okay, thank you so much for your that is a clear issue. So let's move on the second speaker, Sudayanti Saputri, as the disagreement for do terrorists have human rights.
Okay, thanks for the time. I will disagree about the motion. So, criminal acts of terrorism in Indonesia are regulated in the law of the Republic of Indonesia number 15 of 2003 concerning determination of government regulation in lieu of law number 1 of 2002 concerning eradication of criminal acts of terrorism becoming law. So, I less agree with your argument about terrorists have human rights too. I less agree with Ingalika argument about terrorists have human rights too. The act of terrorism has a direct impact on human dignity and security, crisis and situation full of fear, and destroys human rights itself. The presence of terrorism also deals directly with the integrity of a legitimate government to fulfill the obligation to protect individuals from terrorism. The state has the right and obligation to take effective counter-terrorism measures, prevent future terrorist attacks, and prosecute those responsible.
Law number 5 of 2018 concerning the eradication of crime terrorism, the National Police can take preventive action or carry out preventive strikes. In the act, anyone who is associated with terrorist organization can be immediately arrested without waiting for a terror act. There are several important influences in the terrorist action community in Indonesia. Attack and bomb attack on Terrorism number Jakarta 2016, site bombing at Terminal Kampung Melayu Jakarta 2017, site bombing in Carcass and the police headquarters in Surabaya 2018, the prisoners in the terrorism case at the Coconut Jew Police Mobile Branch Headquarters, Court Depok 2018. In this event, it can harm the community and expose the life of these people. So it's very not if terrorism still gets human rights, and what they deserve is the death sentence if law number 15 year 2003 article 6 and 14. So thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much. So we continue to the second speakers of the pros or the agreement.
So time is yours.
Thank you for the time you do terrorists have human rights too? While recording the responsibility of state to maintain law and order, I remember the authorities that and make sure show respect international human rights standard. We return that the right nationality is a fundamental right protects by Article is of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, while provide that no one shall be arbitrarily different of his or nationality, and deprivation of nationality provided by the law must comply with procedure and subordinate standard.
Okay, so thank you for your argument. So next we will continue to the second speakers of the cons or the disagreement for this motion. So the time is yours.
Thank you for the time for me. So nowadays, show not on moral grounds. How can one human decide to deliberate end another human being's life? Human beings have no business deliberately taking the lives of other human beings. Also, while the death penalty may be used to deter other prevent people from doing the something. It is not a very strong deterrent. This is because the inherent element of terrorism also involves that. Thank you.
So, okay, thank you so much to our speakers for the explanation about do terrorists have human rights. So, from that explanation, can I conclude that even though the terrorists have the right to live, but we have to give the punishment that is commensurate with their actions, because there was crime, violence against the civilians.